Hi, my name is Juliana C. Reyes. I'm a communications consultant. This is to the Starbucks leadership team. My subject is Communications Audit and Recommendations Report. I have the opportunity to present the results of our Communications Audit and Recommendations Report for Starbucks. This report was conducted to identify areas for improvements in Starbucks' communication strategy and provide actionable recommendations to address them. Starbucks is a staple in most people's daily lives, including mine. Yet, just like every company, it could benefit from customer feedback on areas for improvement. This company, for most people, either they love it or they hate it. When someone says the word Starbucks, most people either think of two things: the 2016 trend of the unicorn frappuccino and that whole era, or they think of the rise of people boycotting the company based on their standpoints of the Israel Palestine conflict. Another thing most people first think of when they hear Starbucks is their customer service. Dunkin' Donuts is Starbucks' lead competitor. With Dunkin' now being on the rise and becoming more popular for their collabs with the celebrities such as Megan Thee Stallion and her Megan's Mango Protein Refresher, and Sabrina Carpenter and her Sabrina's Brown Sugar Shaking Espresso. With Dunkin' making a bigger name for themselves, there is a fine line that may lead a customer to another beverage company. This can be as simple as their customer service or lack thereof. In Dunkin' Donuts' case, the reason why they may get more customers is because they are trying to resonate more with their buyers and reach out to their younger audience. Starbucks hasn't shown as much effort in reaching out towards their youth community, which puts them at a disadvantage. Most people don't hear that many controversies regarding Dunkin' Donuts or somebody like Dutch Bros with their communications as Starbucks. So, Starbucks doing something as quick and simple as in taking the considerations of the results of a communications audit recommendations report could benefit their online status and their customers' experience more than imagined. Starbucks was created in 1971 by Jerry Baldwin, Zev Ziegel, and Gordon Bolker at Pike Place Market in Seattle. Originally, the company primarily focused on selling high quality coffee beans and its equipment inspired by the coffee roasting techniques at Alfred Peets, the founder of Peet's Coffee. The name Starbucks was derived from a character in Herman Melville's novel Moby Dick, reflecting the founder's connection to the sea and coffee trading. Starbucks' mission to this day is said to be to the premier purveyor of the finest coffee in the world, inspiring and nurturing to the human spirit, one person, one cup, and one neighboring at a time. Their values include creating a culture of inclusion, acting with courage, being present, and acting with dignity and respect. These values have enabled Starbucks to maintain its position as a leader in the coffee industry and a trusted brand in the hearts of consumers worldwide. Communications audience findings. Our communications audience found that Starbucks is a well known franchise with a highly praised reputation amongst its customers, a loyal following, and a high level of trust. However, we found some areas where Starbucks' communication strategy, such as customer feedback, could be improved. Specifically, we found that Starbucks could benefit from A, being more engaged on social media. While Starbucks has already had a presence on platforms such as TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, there's always room to connect with followers in a more genuine and interactive way. These platforms allow the company to reach millions of customers and share updates about seasonal drinks, new menu items, and company campaigns. By responding personally and sharing more relatable content, Starbucks can strengthen relationships and build a stronger sense of community. Yes, Starbucks posts often, but there are still many more opportunities for this brand to interact with its loyal customers. Nowadays, social media isn't just a place to watch some funny videos or just laugh with your friends. Some people make their whole lives living off of it, and some brands can build a bigger audience just off a screen. Small interactions like responding to comments or thanking customers for their feedback can make a big difference in how people view a brand. Another way they could amp up their engagement is by reposting more relatable and inclusive content towards their targeted audience. For example, Starbucks could create posts that invite customers' participation, such as polls asking about favorite seasonal drinks, questions which discontinued flavors customers would like to see return, votes on potential new menu items, or what secret menu items they'd love to order. These types of posts not only can raise their social media engagement, but can also provide more valuable insight onto customer preferences, the positives and the negatives. Starbucks doing something as simple as reposting a tagged customer story, featuring an employee of the month, or sharing the behind the scenes content be- can make the brand feel more cozy and relatable instead of the common stereotype of a big chain barista store. Starbucks can also invite customers into the brand experience by asking for suggestions, such as what conversation starters they would like to see written on the cup lids. This is their newest engagement system. Small interactive ideas like this can make customers, specifically regulars, feel even more connected to the brand and its employees. Overall, these recommendations aim to make Starbucks communication clear, more interactive, and more responsive to customer needs. B. Communication with customers. Our research shows that Starbucks customers feel valued and appreciated but would benefit from clear communications through company websites and emails. Making information simpler and easier to find would help customers feel more confident and informed. Clear updates about promotions and changes would also make interactions feel more open and transparent. Many customers rely on the Starbucks website's email updates and mobile notifications to stay informed about promotions, rewards programs, menu updates, and company announcements. Although this information is available, it is not always presented in the clearest or easiest ways to navigate. Not everyone understands or can navigate a website or email subscription the same. Someone more technological can, of course, ride through these notifications, deals, and updates with ease. But for someone who isn't, these same examples can become too much and overwhelming. One great improvement can be simplifying the layout and wording using emails on the Starbucks website. Using clear headings and simple language and well organized selections would make it easier for customers of all ages and technological abilities to quickly find the information they need with ease. For example, promotional emails could highlight the main details at the top of the message and include clear explanations and direct links. This would allow customers to immediately understand the promotions and how they would take advantage of it with no underlying fees behind it. Another important improvement would be providing more consistent updates when the company changes occurs. For some people, ordering out is a selected treat. So not every day they can afford it. Paying the same price for a year straight and then it suddenly goes up by $1 can affect them, especially when that's what they budget for. Customers appreciate transparency, especially when it comes to updates about rewards programs, pricing changes, menu items, and store hours. Clear and timely communication helps prevent confusion and builds trust between the company and its customers. By improving the clarity and accessibility of its communications channels, whether it's via a website or by email, Starbucks can continue strengthening the relationship it has with its customers and reinforcing its commitment to transparency and customer satisfaction. Based on our findings, we recommend the following steps to improve Starbucks' communication strategy. Developing a content strategy that includes more audience-guided posts such as favorite summer flavor posts and what retired flavors to be brought back to encourage engagement and conversation with customers. Responding to customer feedback and inquiries properly demonstrates Starbucks' commitment to better customer service and consideration of customer feedback. This can reach a certain audience that simply doesn't come to the company because they don't bring the drinks they like anymore. A lot of fan favorite flavors get retired if they're not so popular. But that doesn't mean everybody doesn't like it. So bringing it back can appeal to new people or the same old people that like it. Improve communications with customers by asking customers what conversation starters they want to see written on the lids, asking customers what they would like written on their lids, allowing customers to contribute ideas while also creating a more personalized and engaged experience overall. The company could also ask customers directly what it could do better to improve overall customer service. Short surveys, forms filled for a free drink, or social media posts could provide useful insights into how customers feel for experience, both the good and the bad. Asking what Starbucks as a whole could do better to improve its customer service. No company is perfect. This is the only way to get better. Opening up more emails for customer service since their main ones are business related. Opening a customer based email address or even feedback forms would make it easier for customers to share suggestions, questions, and concerns. Clear formatting and simple language in these communications help ensure that customers understand how and where to provide said feedback. Listening better to customer feedback. It is super important that Starbucks and its employees actively listen and review the feedback they receive. Customer input should be carefully considered and used to guide the improvements when applied. When customers see that their suggestions are acknowledged and even implemented, it can deepen the trust and demonstrate the company values their opinions. Implemented plan. To implement these recommendations, we recommend the following timeline and allocation of resources. 1. Listen to what their customers have to say, the negatives, the positives, and consider everything. 2. Remove and change stress inducing recipes or routines that negatively affect customer and staff experience. 3. Listen to customer feedback and continue working with what is beneficial and remove what is not. In conclusion, improving Starbucks communication strategies, especially around customer feedback, is essential to maintaining a strong reputation and competitive edge in the beverage industry. By strengthening how the company listens and responds to customers, it can create more meaningful and lasting connections. Implementing these recommendations will help Starbucks. It will continue to grow and thrive in the years ahead. Everything listed in the Communications Audit Recommendations Report above are recommended to help Starbucks achieve an even better relationship with its customers and to maintain it. Starbucks has already built a global brand that many people rely on as part of their daily routines. Everybody knows this. Take a walk, go outside, go to your nearest public place, and look in the trash can, and you will see a Starbucks cup. However, even the most successful companies, even the most successful companies can must regularly review and improve how they communicate with their audience to grow and sustain their customer and company relationship. Increasing engagement on social media, specifically to the youth, can help Starbucks connect with customers in a more personal, interactive way, creating a stronger sense of community. When any customers feel heard and appreciated, they are more likely to remain loyal and share their positive experiences with others, having a more probable chance of their friends and family becoming customers. Yet nowadays, everything is online, so emails and websites are used to help them stay informed. Emails and websites need to be up to date and accessible so everyone and anyone can use them to look at promotions, menu updates, and company announcements. All of these new strategies will not work if customer feedback is not actually listened to. Trial and error will happen, but it will be worth it. Starbucks can be strengthened its relationships with customers while continuing to uphold the values it can makes one of its most trusted and recognizable brands in the coffee industry. Ultimately, stronger communications will allow Starbucks to maintain its leadership position while continuing to inspire and connect with communities around the world. Please let me know if you have any questions or you would like to discuss this report further. Sincerely, Juliana C. Reyes. Thank you.